Episode 8 of the Aggravating Truth, where we don't do nothing but aggravate people with the truth, featuring me, Jackie Stylz. The title of today's episode is going to be The Blind Vote. Now listen to me, I'm going to say it again, because we've been doing it for a long time, and something got to change. The title of today's episode is The Blind Vote. Now we've reached the portion of the show where it's time to get your mind right. So grab your blunts, roll up your joints, grab your shot glass and fill it up and get your mind right. Because like I said, for a long time, we've been voting blindly in the black community, and it's time to change that. But get your mind right. Episode 8, The Blind Vote. Yep. Sure been seeing a lot of complaining and crying here lately about these politicians. Guess that's what happens when you vote blindly. You get a person in office that you don't have a clue of his background or who he is. You just check the box, but go and get your mind right. Y'all ready? The blind vote. Now, the blind vote. Now, for a long time in the black community, I know certainly since I've been around, and probably way before that, we've had a problem voting blindly in our communities. Now, what does voting blindly mean? Well, it's very simple to explain. Voting blindly is when you go to the polling place and you have absolutely no clue what you're voting on. You didn't do any research about the amendments and the laws that's on the ballot. You didn't do a background check on the candidate that you went ahead and voted for. You just checked the D for Democrat, whoever that was, he got your vote, right? You didn't check and look. All right. And now, as a result of that blind voting, look at all the crying and complaining that I've been seeing and we all see about these migrants and every other thing that they want to blame a politician on. Well, if you wouldn't have voted in blindly, not knowing at all about the candidate's background, not knowing at all if he cared about your community, not knowing at all, okay, what he was about, well, this is what happens. All you hear is, oh, these migrants have come and they're taking all of our government funding away. First of all, no grown man shouldn't be dependent on no government funding anyway. But I ain't even going to get off the rails here. This is the blind vote. But as a result of your blind voting, now you see what happens. You get politicians that do whatever they want to do. They don't give a damn about your agenda. They sure will let the migrants come right in, okay, and whatever else they want to do. Mayor Dalton or whatever it is, the Nino Brown mayor in Chicago or Dalton, wherever it is in Illinois. I mean, come on, all right? You voted because she was black and she was a Democrat. You just, oh, yeah. And now look, now you can crying and complaining about her, right? You let CNN and Fox News, and MSN and every other one, sway you with their politic or propaganda and agendas. Then you go to the polling place all hypnotized by them and vote what they said. Again, you did no research on your own. Didn't read what Amendment 23 meant. Because when you looked at the ballot, you said, damn, that's 3 pages. I'm not reading that. So when you got to the polling to the polling place and you seen him in the 23 up there, you just, shit. I like Michael Jordan. He was number 23. Yes, on 23, right? That's the type of shit that you do when you blind vote. Or vote blind, excuse me. And then you cry and complain when the result of your blind vote happens. Right? Trump's this, Trump's that. What's Joe Biden? What is a white man that tells a black man that he ain't black if he don't vote for him? You ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden. Now, what kind of insulting ass shit is that? The fuck out of here. Weekend at Bernie's. Old dead ass nigga in office. What's Biden? Okay, it's always the lesser of two evils that you got to pick from. This is America. Okay, the vast majority of motherfuckers got some type of racist bone in them. Okay, so does that really even matter? What president wasn't racist or had? Seriously, okay. So when it comes down to it, do your research, do your background check. Okay, read up on the laws and see which ones is gonna benefit you financially or whatever your agenda is. Read up on it. Do the research. Instead of just voting blindly and then crying and complaining when it's your fault. You didn't know who that candidate was. You didn't know what that law was that you signed in. It's your fault. And like I say, you listen to agendas, you listen to all of the networks. I'm gonna ask you a question. What was your financial situation looking like in 2017 through 21? When that racist was in office? Did you have a little bit more money? Was shit a little bit less than it is now? Well, I'm going to hit you with some inflation numbers to make you realize, yeah, it was less. Oh, you had more money. Oh, you had more money. If you didn't, you wasn't saving right or something, but, oh, you had more money. Nigga. A pack of Lay's family-sized potato chips on January 20th, 2021, the day that Donald Trump left office. Okay, that family-sized bag of Lay's chips was $3.49. Okay, quite decent. All right, here it is just 3 years later, not even 4 years later. That same bag of Lay's potato chips, family-sized bag of Lay's potato chips is $6.79. Come on now. In 3 years, that's how shit doubles and triples and shit. I got another one for you. I used to love, I still do. I still fry it up as expensive as they are. I love me some hot wings, a little drumette, a little 10-pound bag of drumettes. Used to be $9.89 on January 20th, 2021, the day that Donald Trump left office. Well, here it is, like I say, just over 3 years, 3.5 years later, okay? And that same bag of 10-pound drumettes is $21 and some change. All right, more than double, just 3 years later, okay? Inflation rates through the roof under Weekend at Bernie's. But the racists had the nation quite booming. I mean, regardless, I don't care who's in office, okay? I'm going to be able to survive. I ain't going to cry and complain. I'm going to find a way. But you blind voters that's out there crying and complaining and depending and need the government, I bet you better do your research. You better find out what the real is and stop listening to everything else that you hear and not doing your own research. Because I sure see y'all out there crying and complaining now. Look like y'all in dire states. The very dire situation. The migrants taking y'all shit, right? Well, you should have learned how to vote. Okay? Stop voting blindly. God damn it. And then crying and complaining when your neighborhood politician fuck you in the ass. Well, you should have done your research and your background check. Maybe you would have already known and you wouldn't have checked the box just that you wanted to check. Because it was Democrat. And I don't give a fuck what it sound like to none of y'all. Okay? This is the aggravating truth, and the truth is definitely gonna aggravate a fake ass motherfucker that does fake shit. Okay? Crying and complaining when you are part of the problem is some weak shit. All right? Do your research. Read the ballot. If you're going to take the time to vote, take the time to research and make the right vote. I don't care what it sounds like. The truth ain't nothing but the truth. And if you look at it and you think that voting blindly is okay, and I'm saying some old off the wall shit telling you to do your research when you go vote, well, ain't nothing wrong with me, motherfucker. It's you. That's the problem. Okay? So I don't care what the truth sounds like to a delusional ass motherfucker. I never have. That's why I broadcast this aggravating truth out to the world, because I don't care who gets the fuck mad at it. I promise you I don't. Told you I exposed you a long time ago. Anybody that is an opposition of the truth, well, that makes you fake, because the truth is real and the opposite of real is fake. Okay? So, take it how you want to take it. And you need to vote it a little better if you're going to cry and complain. Okay? Do your research. Stop voting blindly. I already have another show lined up for y'all about this government dependence anyway. Hate the government so much, crying and denounce the government so much, and then turn around and got your hand out needing something from them. I don't care what it sounds like to you, nigga. Get up off your ass, nigga, and get it for yourself, nigga, and get your hand from out. But see, I'm getting off the rails because this is the blind vote. And I pretty much told y'all what the blind vote was. A motherfucker that got the nerve to put the sticker on I voted, got the nerve to put the sticker on they shit and put it all on Facebook and Instagram and shit. Yeah, I voted today, guys. Go ask that nigga what the amendment was, or what the measure on the what was Proposition 33 about. And he don't have a fucking clue, but he voted today. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The blind vote. All right? And that's the aggravating truth.